Hello, welcome back to another MT Doctrine, and in this episode I want to talk about a video that I saw a couple weeks ago and it caught my attention that I wanted to talk about it. So this comes from a video from the Young Turks. So the Young Turks is one of my favorite channels on YouTube. I love these guys. I love Jink, I love Anna, I love John, JR, Jesus, Jim Rubin. I said Dave Rubin, sorry. I work with a guy named Jim Rubin, so that's so stuck in my mind. But so the Young Turks is more of a progressive news channel. And they're very honest and they're very direct. And I learn a lot from them. So I just want to give kudos that I really am a fan of their work. So they have a lot of different channels that they do. So they have their main Young Turks channel where they do news commentary, social commentary. They have like pop culture, like something called Pop Trigger. That's for like a younger audience, but some of the stuff is pretty cool. I like to listen to that. There's The Point. There's the Rubin Report. I like to watch that from time to time. There's Nerd Alert, and there's TYT University, which is kind of aimed for young people who are kind of like starting out in college. Great stuff. I watched their stuff for the past 2 years. Just fantastic. So there was a particular segment or video on TYT University, and they were talking about YouTube being taken seriously. So that caught my attention because I always had opinions about YouTube for the past several years. So I wanted to get their opinion. And one of these people that were on there, the host is John, and there's another person named Bree. And I guess she's been on YouTube since the very beginning. So she's like one of the pioneers of starting out with doing YouTube and the video type content out there. So I was watching that video. I'm going to show you a little preview of the particular section that caught my attention that I want to talk about in this particular episode. So here's the video clip I want to show you.
Is there anything that you would like to see happen in YouTube in the next year or 2 years, 3 years that you think could maybe improve it?
Yeah, I think just the collaborations in the industry outside of YouTube, like putting YouTubers in movies and TV shows. Mm-hmm. I don't know why people just don't do that more because, I mean, you saw, I don't know if you heard about Camp Dakota, but it was like Daily Grace and Hannah Hart and Mamrie Hart. They came together and they made a movie and it did so well because everybody was dying to see all of them in a movie together. And so it's just, and then Smiley, stuff like that, where it's just like, we can do those things that regular actors can do, but we can also get more people to see it than traditional actors can. And I think it kind of sucks because there are a lot of like comedians or actors that like won't collaborate with YouTubers because they think it's a joke and they think that a lot of us haven't worked hard enough. And it's like, I've been training and like taking classes outside of like, you know, since I was a kid. And so it's like.
So you can watch the full video on TYT University. But that is really the context of what I want to talk about in this video. So when I first saw that video, and it was like Bree when she was talking about that, I was like, maybe she doesn't really know. Why isn't YouTube taken seriously? Well, here's why. So you can do your own research as well, but look at the top channels on YouTube. What are they? They determine what type of content they actually produce. So some of these top channels are sites like PewDiePie. Another one is Jenna Marbles. So PewDiePie, so he has like 30 million subscribers. 30 million. Jenna Marbles has something like 13, 14 million subscribers. There's another top channel called Smosh, I think, S-M-O-S-H. There's some other site called John or Jack Dawson or something like that. So these are the top channels. So the question is, what kind of content do they produce? And I was first introduced to this type of content about maybe 1.5, 2 years ago. I don't know the exact time frame, but it was definitely more than a year ago. And it was with a cousin of a friend of mine, and she's 20. And she said, "Hey guys," she was talking to me and my wife, "you guys got to check out this one video, this one channel. It's hecka funny." That's what she said. So she went to Jenna Marbles' website, and the video was something like "Things Girls Lie About." Okay, so we watched the video. My wife and I were watching this video. Okay, it was the longest 2, 3, 5 minutes of our life. It finally ended. And we did not give off a vibe. I guess she had a particular impression that we were going to do something like laugh or whatever it is. But we didn't give that impression to her. So I told her, I said, look, I'm confused here. What's happening here in this video or these videos that she's doing? Is it some kind of a skit, like for a audition? Is it like comedy of some sort? Is she being serious? I'm just confused here because you're expecting me to respond in a certain way that my wife and I are not responding. So she said, "It was supposed to be funny." I said, "Interesting." Of course, because we were not laughing. My wife and I, we just weren't laughing. So I was curious of other top channels during that time. And one of them was PewDiePie. So I saw some of his videos. And there was a very similar trend. And there was some other channel like John or Jack Dawson, and I guess in his intro video, he had like a haircut, and his video was like a montage of his hair before. I was thinking it was supposed to be funny. And the same for Smosh, and the same for countless other channels out there. They have the same kind of style of this type of content. Well, here's the thing about this content that is being produced. The content is more silly, more goofy, jokey, more childish, more juvenile, very immature content. It's juvenile content. So it was very obvious, and I finally figured it out. Like I said, more than like a year or two ago. The main age demographic on YouTube is young people. That is the audience that utilizes YouTube effectively all the time. It's young people from the ages of 9 to like early 20s. So these top subscribers, they're providing content to their audience, which is young people. That's not for people like my age in our 40s or 50s. My dad is in his 60s. I would actually love to play one of those videos and record it. I want to see what his reaction should be. So I'm going to actually do that later on this year. I want to see what his reaction would be. Because he is very, he likes to travel the world. I mean, he travels everywhere in the world. He's a big history buff. He does a lot of reading. He retired early, like in his like early 50s. He invests in the stock market. So he's really got a lot of culture. So I really wanted to see what his opinion would be. But my dad or my mom or other similar friends around my age, those are the channels. We're not talking about those channels. Well, okay, because YouTube is made for a younger audience. My son, he's 9 years old, and he watches some of these channels. Okay? Like there's some channel called Stampy. He loves Stampy. Stampy does Minecraft videos, Let's Play videos. He loves Stampy. So that's what young people find entertaining. Okay? So I'm not saying that what they're doing is bad. I'm not saying that one bit. I think it's fantastic. They found a particular direction of how to produce content that people find entertaining and getting paid for it. That's awesome, though. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, nothing wrong with that one bit. So yes, it is juvenile content because that's what young people find entertaining. Okay, so, but this is something else to keep in mind. Let's flip the script here a little bit. What about more serious content on YouTube? More professional driven content that has a little bit more intelligence or education involved with science, astronomy, math, books, English, whatever it is. Look at some of those channels and you will quickly see that they have a smaller number of subscribers. There are not anywhere close to 10, 20, 30 million subscribers. Here are some examples. One of the other biggest video type of content sites is TED Talks. And they do these very professional presentations and very professional type of talks. Very good stuff, very good educational stuff. It's fantastic stuff. So they actually have a YouTube channel. And they have 3 million subscribers. That's not bad, right? 3 million subscribers. That's really awesome. Okay? But it is not 10, 20, or 30 million subscribers. Another one is the American Museum of Natural History. They got a lot of great, a lot of astronomy, space-related video content that is kind of led by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Good stuff. That one has 44,000 subscribers. Another science-related channel is something called SciShow, SCI Show, and that has roughly about 2 million subscribers. Still a good number, but nothing close to the other top channels. Okay. Another one, which I thought was interesting, is Richard Dawkins' Foundation for Reason and Science. So he's a big name in the science community. And this is his main official channel on YouTube. And he has about 184,000 subscribers. There's another one which I like, which is called Big Think. And they have a lot of scientists talking about particular questions that people have. And a lot of my favorites is by Michio Kaku. He has a lot of great videos, great stuff. I mean, you gotta love it though. But that channel has almost 1 million subscribers. It has 950,000 subscribers. So that is an example that those are sites that have more serious, intelligent content, professional content, but they have a lower number of subscribers. Okay? So that kind of gives you kind of an idea about the kind of channel that YouTube is. YouTube is like Instagram. Instagram is like a social media site that a lot of young people are using. My 16-year-old nephew, he loves Instagram. A lot of other young people in our family, they're on Instagram. Like my mom, my dad, and my sister, like we're like, again, in our 40s. Well, my dad, of course, in his 60s, his 50s now. Okay, yeah, they're on Facebook a little bit. Facebook is like a family reunion. That's what somebody said. And that's probably the best definition for Facebook. Well, another one is LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is aimed for professionals. That has serious content, professional content. You're building your career. LinkedIn is like your online resume. So there's also discussions on there, and people are having intelligent type of conversations based on their career, whether it's about technology or whatever the topic is. Okay, so that is something that was very interesting. LinkedIn is a more serious platform. So on LinkedIn, I get opportunities for employment all the time from like big companies like Facebook and Netflix and several other companies around the country. I get these opportunities through LinkedIn. I don't get them through YouTube or Facebook. Now, of course, it's not intended for that, but it is more of a serious platform. So that's the thing. There is no LinkedIn / TED Talk version of YouTube that has more serious content, intelligent content, more professionally driven content. And because of that, YouTube is not taken seriously because the content, the content on YouTube is not serious. They're silly. They're jokey. Things girls lie about. Here's my haircut. That's not serious content. And that's not going to draw in, I guess, the big, like serious people to consider that. I'm not going to see Steven Spielberg looking, I want to find who can play Abraham Lincoln in my latest film. Where should I go to find that person? The last place will be YouTube. It has a younger audience and the content is not taken seriously. That is the last place that Steven Spielberg will go. He'll go to something that is more serious and professionally driven, like Daniel Day-Lewis. It's like this. It's like Adam Sandler. Is he known for serious or something silly? He's known for silly stuff, Grown Ups and the other fantastic movies that he makes. He does more silly content. He did that one serious movie called Punch Drunk Love. It was all right, but he does more silly content. So let's say that he wants to audition for Abraham Lincoln in Steven Spielberg's Lincoln. He will not be taken seriously because he is not a serious actor. He is a comedian, jokey, silly, juvenile actor. Where someone like Daniel Day-Lewis is beyond talented. He got 3 Oscars and he nailed it for Lincoln because he is a professional. He's serious. So, yes, you can be upset about why YouTube is not being taken seriously, but that's the reason. The content is not serious. The audience is not towards a particular community where they could actually watch that kind of content. How many young people probably seen Lincoln? I actually brought this up to one of my to my nephew. I said, hey, you seen Lincoln? He said, no. I said, why not? That's boring. Younger people view entertainment differently. So that's the reason why YouTube is not considered as a serious platform. I don't want to just keep rambling on, but I just want to keep providing more context to this particular conversation. So maybe over time, YouTube could change or have different type of, actually, I don't know how you could do it. You need to have a different channel, a different website that is dedicated on a more of a professional kind of professional serious content. So thank you for watching this particular breakdown of the MT Doctrine. Please subscribe to our channel and I'll talk to you next time.